And what we're going to do is I want to know right now who has something on their heart that's really heavy, that's causing a lot of pain, that feels really hard, and you're holding it all in yourself. What I invite you to do is be incredibly brave right now and going first and just opening up and just sharing, not thinking about it. You don't have to filter it. You don't have to say the right thing. It might come out a little funny at first or feel like a little forced, but you'll start to know as you use your voice, it will start to feel more clear and feel more natural. There's a reason behind everything that comes up on these calls and in this group. One of the main reasons I'll share with you right now is why we want to do this is because your voice has power. As you speak, as you allow your stuff to move through, you start to be more in your confidence and in your power. You get more activated, you get more present, you get more in your body. And that's what I really want to start helping you guys with, especially with module 1 being your power. So I'm going to let whoever feels guided, you'll feel it in your heart, you'll feel it in your gut. It might feel a little bit scary, but just go ahead and unmute, and we're all here to hold space, to love you, to hear you, to see you.
I can go.
Yes, go for it.
Uh, it's a lot. So I think I've separated from my narcissistic abusive ex almost 2 years ago. Our divorce was finally a year ago. I have two teenage boys from a previous relationship and then my daughter with him. And obviously like that relationship just like destroyed me. And I was really isolated during COVID. Not really like even knowing what was going on. It got a lot worse during then because we were all home. And he was treating my sons really poorly too. And I knew it. I knew it was wrong and bad. And I started like just self-medicating a lot, I think, like with like wine and alcohol. We were all just like home. So I have like a lot of guilt around like I guess mom guilt, like around like how I handled like I can take it. I'm a grown up, but like maybe like how I maybe didn't put boundaries between him and my boys. You know, it wasn't like physical or anything, but like I knew he was just treating them a type of way. And I was kind of not facing the situation because I was like numbing myself. And I just like think about that all the time, how I should have handled that all differently and tried to be healthy for them and myself.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, thank you for sharing that. I'm sure everybody can relate in some capacity. But what I will say is it's asking your higher power right now. It's your openness, your willingness to release this guilt and to allow yourself to be in the present day right now. It doesn't mean it will go away right away, but it's just a willingness to release it, because guilt is a very heavy emotion. It's a heavy frequency, and it really blocks us from allowing ourselves to be in the present moment, which is where all of our joy and our love and our bliss exists. And so I'm not sure, obviously, your conception of your higher power, but whatever that is to you, really turning it over and understanding too, our higher power doesn't want us to feel guilt, whatever it is. That it doesn't exist in any religious text or anything. Guilt, shame, regret. We're meant to be in the present moment. We're meant to feel this joy. So it might take a little time, and that's okay. But every day that you're willing to let it go and forgive yourself, it will start to clear up. But even just sharing this, I'm so happy, so proud of you that you were the first to go. That is huge. It's already starting to clear. You'll already start to feel lighter just by having this space where you share it and get it off. So you're not alone. You're not isolated. You have support now. You have a space where you can fully show yourself. And I'm so happy that you're starting to do that. So thank you for going first.
Thank you.
Awesome. All right, everyone. So let's take a deep breath in. Let's let it go. Being in a group is where we heal collectively our guilt, our shame, our regret, our fears, our insecurities, and any unworthiness. Anything that we've been storing within ourselves and not wanting to show anybody. We're as sick as our secrets. This is your space to bring up your stuff. So the next thing I want to ask is, who right now doesn't feel fully worthy of feeling joy or peace or love today? Maybe you think you did something. Okay, good. We already got Bridget. Okay, let's go. You're still on mute, babe. Let me see if I can ask you.
You know me in electronics, we just don't get along.
We got it.
I think, I'm in a good marriage, not saying that we don't have problems and issues, troubles. We have 6 boys. I think the hardest reason it is for me to feel accepted and to find joy and not feel guilty with finding joy is because I grew up with narcissists. So I grew up in a family of narcissists until I was in my 30s and met Onalee and started working with her. I never knew how to, I just thought that was normal life. So it carried into friendships, and those are the type of people I attracted my entire life, friendships, relationships. So it was so hard now being 38 and finally having to retrain my brain to think, wow, this wasn't normal. This wasn't normal how I was being treated, how my friends were treating me, how my life was, and the bad habits that came with hanging out with narcissists and people like that, and having narcissistic relationships my entire life until I got married. And so it's still a struggle to take 30 some years of your life and retrain yourself to know it's okay to be happy and not feel guilty and not feel, I get mom guilt constantly if I am not 24/7 catering to my kids or my husband. And I really fell off of the taking care of myself for a while. So I'm just looking to kind of get back into that and just know that it's okay. that it's normal for the mom and the wife and the woman to be happy as well, and not have to live in a life of chaos and craziness and to just start enjoying things and taking care of myself.
Yes, so good. I'm so happy that you're here and that you're showing up and showing your beautiful shining face. This is so good. But yeah, that's what I see for you. I feel like this is your season to really love yourself and take care of yourself. Like allowing yourself to be happy and healthy and in a good space. I think also setting boundaries or saying no and not overcompensating, especially when we get to module 3, is going to be really, really beneficial for you. But
I'm
yeah,
ready.
you are so good. I'm so happy you're here. You contribute so much. Awesome. So that brings up to me, I'd love to ask whoever wants to go next, who hasn't gone yet, why do you feel like you're here? What is your intention for being here? What do you think you want to experience in the next 3 months? As I'm asking questions like this, everybody then can start to think in your head, your own heart, some of the things that I'm asking to yourself. So it's just to get you really clear on why you're here. What do you want to move through? And also at the same time, allowing yourself to get exactly what you need from the group, even if it's a little bit different than what you think it might be. So whoever wants to unmute and share, why do you feel like you're here? What is your intention? What brought you into this space?
I can go next.
Yes.
So I'm currently going through a divorce with my husband, and he is a narcissist. Lots of financial abuse, emotional abuse. This past year, leading into physical aggression. And we have 3 kids. Our oldest doesn't live with us, but my 2 My other two, they're teenagers, they live with us. And what's really hard right now is that he's still living there and he will not move out. And so it's just a daily reminder of what I'm going through. I just found out he was cheating, so that's hard, and he's still denying it, even though I have all the proof. So I think what I'm looking for is, like, I know I've done all the research, I've listened to all the podcasts about narcissists, and I know that this is not good, and I know now he's not going to change. Especially he's still in denial about everything, and I don't have any intentions on reconciling or going back to him. But I guess it's almost like I need that validation that I'm doing the right thing, even though I have the validation that I'm doing the right thing. Does that make sense?
For sure.
And it's painful knowing that our family is breaking apart, and honestly, like, my kids won't really have a true dad when all of this is done and over with, because he's manipulating them the way he was doing me, the way he continues to try to do me. I don't let him get away with it anymore. I don't engage with him, even though we're still living together. I really try to do no contact. I tried to avoid him at every cost. But now he's doing it to them. So it's
Yeah.
trying to get them help. It's trying to get me help. And he won't move out. We're trying to sell our house, like all the things, and all of that doesn't happen fast enough when you're in that situation of needing to get out. So I feel like, this group is really going to help me with just standing in my power, not backing down, not giving in, not engaging, just really building me up.
Yeah.
Because not only that, but just finding out now that I've been married to a narcissist for it would have been 9 years this May. We together 12 years. So just finding out that that's truly who I've been married to this whole time is so heartbreaking.
Mm,
So
yeah. Yeah. Well, you are 100% in the perfect space and have your head on right with the intentions of being here. It really is about you standing in your power. When we're in narcissistic relationships, we're not in our power. That's the whole thing. And so we're not taught that. We don't know how to do it. And so this is what you get to start experiencing. You'll start to experiencing your sacred no, your boundaries, you being able to walk away, you being able to not react, and you'll start working on all of that. But right now, it's, of course, in the meditation, we talked about acceptance. It's the hardest part of it, the acceptance that this person is narcissistic, that they are unhealthy. The more that we deny that or wish that they were different, the more that we're just wrestling with the truth. And so the more that you can get to this point, the more that the healing and everything will start to follow. The main thing too, I see with you, it's good you're in the No More Narcissist program, because logically, this person's narcissistic. You've done all the research. You're very clear on that. This is like an addiction. With any addiction, logically, you could say, I know I don't want to drink anymore. I know I don't want to do drugs anymore, but yet you would find yourself still doing it. We don't have the willpower of it. Same thing with narcissistic relationships. So the healing, the approach of it is really going through a step program. And that's what that program is. So making sure, if you can, trying to do one step at a time, that will open up a little bit more of why you logically know, but it hasn't registered in the heart and the body. But it's going to start to. The obsession will leave, the guilt will leave, all of that stuff will start to leave. So keep showing up. We need you here. This is how we all recover, how we all come home to ourselves, and how we all be in our power. That's a huge part of it. So I'm so glad that you're here.
thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Okay, let's see here. Yes, Michelle, I'd love to hear. Why do you feel like you are here?
I am here because I believe it's my time, but I realized today that I am powerless over any relationship, even if it's friends with benefits, because I was using that as an escape and I cut him off today.
Okay.
So I kind of realized I was using that as an escape, but I'm here to heal and be okay with being with myself. And it's kind of scary to realize that. And I also realized that I could make up all the things about this person that like they're not the one, but then looking at my history, dating an old homeless fat guy as a narcissist, I could possibly turn this person into the same thing, and I don't want to do that. And I'm here to heal and be alone and be with myself, and that was a big weight off my shoulder.
Yes, good. Thank you for sharing. As you will see, everybody's situations might be a little bit different, but that's why it's good that all of you get to speak and share, because I can get to know you a little bit better and more of what you need. What you need, Michelle, might be different than what Miriam needs, what Bridget needs, and so on. But it's also you get to know each other so you all can help each other. But what it sounds like for you, Michelle, right now, it's a lot of self-love right now. It's a lot of the self relationship. That's also what being in your power is you get the relationship with yourself so good and so clean and so clear. So whatever romantic relationship or friendship or any other relationship outside of yourself, it will be based and reflected upon this relationship. So definitely keep bringing the focus back to yourself. There will be times where you're tempted to get into a romantic relationship, to start talking to somebody, maybe a dating app, but do your best to either share that in the group or to just allow yourself to really go through the program. Give yourself the 3 months of really getting clean and clear with yourself. You will never regret that, especially say you're going to be in a relationship with someone the rest of your life. That 3 months you really give to yourself, that would be so worth it to build a really solid relationship. So you're on the right track. You're doing amazing. Keep posting, keep sharing, keep loving yourself and giving yourself anything you would be wanting from a romantic relationship right now or from a friends with benefits, giving that to yourself. It's really just highlighting and showing what do you need right now. And that's the gift in it, okay? Awesome. So happy you're here. Okay, Crystal, are you here? If you are, if you want to unmute yourself and just share a little bit about why you feel like you are here. Mute. Okay, we'll give you a second to see if you're here, if you stepped away for a second. Okay, but in the meantime, I want to go ahead and take us through an exercise. So what we're going to do, I'm watching the clock, I'm watching the time. Part of what you guys are going to realize is this is women in power. This is a lot of stepping into your feminine energy. Feminine energy doesn't mean necessarily that you're girly. It can. I'm pretty girly, but I also have a lot of masculine energy, a lot of structure, a lot of discipline. Feminine energy is flow. It's trust. It's leaning back. It's knowing you're always okay. It's knowing you don't need to carry a fire extinguisher at all times because you're afraid of the fire. You know that in the moment, you would grab a fire extinguisher if there really was a fire. That's the feminine. She's not carrying all this weight and all this armor and all this protection, exhausting herself and weighing herself down. So that's what we're going to be fine tuning. And especially today, module 2 is on your femininity. But we're going to start planting the seeds. So go ahead and close your eyes. I think you guys are going to like this. Okay, Crystal will be in listen mode. Perfect. Close your eyes, deep breath in. Now go ahead and I want you to picture yourself 3 months from now. You just completed the group. It's August. How do you feel? Do you feel you fully showed up? Do you feel you gave it your all? Do you feel free? Do you feel happy? Do you feel healthy? What do you feel? Maybe you don't. So this is an opportunity right now to shape your future. This is an opportunity right now to see, who do you want to be in the next 3 months? What is your best intention? I want you to go ahead and picture that version of yourself outside of you, as if you're looking on a movie screen. You see that version 3 months from now. What is she wearing? Did she upgrade her wardrobe? Did she get a few new outfits? What's her energy like? How is her posture? Just go ahead and view her from an outside perspective. And now I want you to go ahead and stand in her shoes, as if you're looking out of her eyes. 3 months from now, we're on our closing call. So maybe you're sitting in the same chair, but it's 3 months from now. What are you feeling in your body? What are you feeling in your heart, in your confidence, in your energy? Can you be proud of yourself? Can you acknowledge yourself? Are you standing taller, more clear, more connected, more in your body, more trusting yourself? Are you feeling more inner and outer beauty? Are you shining? This is all available to you. It's up to you to step into this version. This version exists. This version is real. This version is a feeling. It's a frequency. The way that people collapse time or quantum leap, we hear that all the time. All it really means is that they embody this version without needing anything to change, without needing to be moved out, without needing to have your morning routine, without needing to be in a relationship, without the scale changing, without the bank account changing. Your only job is to feel and be in this frequency, and to remove and let go of anything that takes you out of it. This doesn't mean you won't feel pain, and you won't have tears, and you won't have guilt and shame rise to the surface. You will. That's absolutely a part of the process. But instead of getting stuck in the guilt and the shame and the fear and the pain, or pushing it aside or drowning it out, what we're going to be doing these next 3 months is we're going to be feeling it. We're just going to be breathing into it. We're going to share about it. We're going to release it. We're going to let it go, because on the other side of all of those feelings that come up, and they might come up when you least expect it, or there might be another layer after you think you just healed a huge layer and you shouldn't be going through this again. The other side is always your joy, your peace, your bliss. So I want you right now to go ahead and picture yourself in your favorite environment. Is it the beach? The mountains? Are you hiking? Are you on your back in your backyard, sipping an iced tea? Where are you? Go ahead and give yourself a few seconds and go there. Go to that place, go to that environment where you feel like you have so much space, so much freedom. You're unbothered. And take up that space. Feel that energy, feel that feeling, feel that frequency. This is going to be your new safety. When you feel trapped, you feel stuck, you feel overwhelmed, it feels hard, you can create this space and this energy through a meditation, through going to your bedroom, going to your car, closing your eyes and doing this, letting the energy expand around you. This is your true nature. This is who you are. Your relationship status, bank account, weight, all of that, that's an illusion. It's secondary. What we are working on is the spiritual, the emotional, the mental health. The physical will follow. But we want to tackle what's real first. So go ahead and take one deep breath in. Ask yourself who you are to yourself. and start to be that beautiful, graceful, humble, empathetic, kind, generous, confident, loving, powerful. Your job this week is to be in your power. And that's also deciding who you are and being that and remembering that. Go ahead and zip up your light, zip up your energy. Picture yourself surrounded in light, healing energy. And go throughout the day, just picturing a golden light around you, protecting you, not because you need protection, but because you don't want to absorb and let in other people's stuff that drains you. Over the next 3 months, you're going to be cleaning up your energy and protecting your energy and standing strong in your boundaries, in your values, in trusting your gut, your intuition. That's been turned off for a long time or dismissed because of being in narcissistic relationships. We're going to open that up. It takes some time to blossom, but there's already that version within you that exists. The one who feels worthy and confident and blissful and peaceful. You wouldn't be here if not. She lives within you and she's just trying to emerge. She's trying to come out as if you planted a seed and it sprouts from the ground and then it eventually turns into a flower and it blossoms. Right now we're in the seed phase. It might be painful. There might be some growth. It might be uncomfortable. There might be impatience. But we're getting you to the point where you blossom and you open up and you're a flower. So go ahead when you're ready, open your eyes. Allow yourself to sit in this frequency. I would journal. I would go on a walk. I would let your intuition, your guidance lead you, speak to you, talk to you. Continue posting in the group, sharing all of you, the good and the bad. Especially the parts you don't want to share, or you don't want to talk about, or you think you know better. We're letting all of that go. It's your full space to feel at home, to feel loved, to feel supported, to feel seen, all of it. So I know all of you are here for a reason. I'm so excited and grateful that you're here. Go ahead and watch Module 2. Do the journal prompts, do the exercises, actually write them out. Everything is intentional with this program. If you haven't already, you can finish Module 1, you can go through it again, but we're going to start tapping into your femininity. So I love you ladies so much. I'm going to be checking the group every day. I'm so proud of you and your vulnerability. Be gentle with yourself. You brought up some stuff, you're showing yourself. Don't contract, allow yourself to stay open. Receive love, receive the joy. It's all available to you. So I will be talking to you on our next call. It's Monday, the 20th at 11 a.m. So mark your calendar. It's always the same Zoom link. But any questions you have, any coaching, anything, I'm here in the group available for you. So I will be talking to you on that next call and in the group. Have an amazing rest of your day, ladies. Allow it in, and I'll talk to you soon.